theatrical though. Okay. Anything else? We're gonna give it another read. Okay, great. Wonderful. I'm gonna get my workout in today's squatting and kneeling for sure, which is great. Okay. Man, I liked my long fermatas. Okay, let's do it. So, Genevieve, are we cool to just trying to help, like, kind of anchor the syncopations there? Great.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah, totally. I think that the idea is to try to eliminate some of that jumpiness in favor of highlighting maybe what's happening in the clarinet part. Okay, here we go. Otherwise, tempo was okay. It wasn't too slow, Christabel. Great, amazing, love it. Here we go. One thing that I think was really successful in your piece that I really loved that I wish would come back is like measure 18. 18 is a jam. I love that. I'm like, please more of measure 18. so again, part of it is like the purpose of this reading session is like what sounded good right off the bat, and I loved 18. I'm like, man, I feel like the bass like laying down some like rhythmic like ostinato and letting the clarinet kind of jam on top of it would have been something that maybe could have come back that you had laid out for like 2 measures, and I was like, more of that, that was really great. I think that sounded very, very good. And then other things that are just like, you know, with extreme amounts of practice could be potentially possible. I think that, you know, there's another spot where maybe the octave transposition would have been nice as well. Measure 20. Yeah. But
oh, yeah. That's
I
really
think
high.
whew, very, very cool. Very cool things in here. Nice work. Excellent. We are going to press forward ahead in our order. Nice work, Christabel. In terms of who is up next, we've got Claire. Claire, you're up. Wait, less than grounded. What time is it right now?
It is 7 on
7:57.
You know, we could probably do Christabel's one more time before we move on, actually. We have 5 more pieces, is
Yeah.
that true?
Mm-hmm.
No, we cannot, actually. Okay, Christabel, if we have time at the end, I'm gonna come back to yours and do one more read of it, okay? Remind me where my piece is, but that would be fantastic. Okay, great.
I've got it.
Wonderful. Okay. Claire, we're gonna start by giving it a read. Get ready with giving us some notes and everything. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and start. What did you think? Wait, hold on. I'm getting every other word of you, which is very difficult to try to figure out exactly what you're saying. But it could be a fun game if we had more time. The double bass Tell her to type in the chat.
Type it. Can you type
Can you
it?
type it in the chat? I'm sorry. Everyone is laughing because they're
It's
also it's very. But we know that we're talking about the double bass. One thing that I really think is very cool here is I really like when the double bass has like these accented rests in like measure 27 and 28, and I'm curious if Genevieve might be able to play them like with a little bit more attitude, like maybe slurring them together. Would you mind demonstrating what that sounds like a cappella? I know it's a small difference, but it like definitely adds a lot of character all of a sudden to that one little spot. So sorry, but you were saying that you were gonna put something in the chat, maybe. Okay, wait, the arco staccatos or the double bass can be slightly more defined and shorter. Okay, great. Do you want like this, do you want the arco, like the staccatos in that passage that I just asked to add slurs to because you want that staccato instead of slurred? Yes, we want those staccatos instead of slurred. I'm so sorry. See, this is why you all living and breathing and being in the Zoom room is especially excellent.
Might be a music notation software issue, but the staccatos in like 30 and 31 are on the bottom of the stem.
Oh yeah.
Just take a look at those, and I mean, it's a little hard to read.
Yeah, what, remind me what notation program you're using? Okay, well how dare Sibelius do that? Sibelius should never mislead you like that and put the staccatos in the wrong spot. As an ambassador of Sibelius, I'm very, very disappointed in the program right now. But making sure that let's see, the end of page 2 is kind of weird also, and I know I notated this, and this is, everyone's gonna make mistakes that that I noted and that they potentially missed, but technique text always goes above the staff. So the pizzicato marking has gotta go above the staff and not below it. Everyone's gonna miss it otherwise.
It's correct on the next page, which is funny.
And it is correct on the next page, nice work, but incorrect on the bottom of page 2. Also, I am conflicted about the triplet notation that you have in measure 2. It's technically correct, but it hurts my brain to figure out a little bit how it sounds. And I'm curious if there's, because it's supposed to be, at least I interpret that the first 2 measures, because it's very like double bass heavy, that it's potentially a little bit more expressive, a little bit less like rhythmically precise potentially. I don't know, were you really going for that precise rhythm there, or is it more kind of like an expressive rhythm? Expressive rhythm, I saw the nod. They're supposed to be more like ornaments! They're supposed to be more like ornaments! Okay, but on the beat ornaments, right? Okay, I still think I would notate them with grace notes then. And then put before the beat. I feel like, guys, again, engraving, I love engraving so much. Engraving is the way it looks on paper. It's like my short obsession. So, grace notes before the beat, I just like to see them before the bar line. And I can show you how to do that in a dorky afterwards masterclass about how to put ornaments before the beat. That would I'm sure be just to your heart's delight for the entire room. Can we play it again? Do you have any other kind of notes that you want to give to us? Was the tempo okay? Wait, we gotta put it in the chat, because you're like, the tempo was, and I'm just imagining it's a good, amazing, the best tempo you've ever experienced in your whole life. The perfect tempo. You had no idea it could be so quarter equals 80. If you're not having fun, there's no point to doing the whole thing, by the way. This is the most fun that I've had today, for sure. The least fun that I've had. Oh, are you kidding me? Everyone gave me the, what? Are you kidding? Yes, of course. The tempo could be bumped up slightly and the fermata is held a little bit longer. Okay, I'm taking personal offense to those comments. I'm gonna leave. Can I do it again? Yeah, okay, great. The tempo can be a little faster and I cannot take the fermatas nearly as long. Okay. Noted. Thank you. Very good.
Oh, can you
Class-wide feedback.
Can I
that
move?
way
Yes.
like 2 inches?
Yes. Is good?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Sorry, I had a brain fart in measure 23. I half-timed it.
That's cool. How did you feel? Will you read the chat,
Yeah.
Sarah?
Yes, Claire? We feel good? Yeah? No notes? It was
No
perfection?
notes! No notes!
Definitely improved.
Okay,
Is-
we love
is-
it. Definitely, we will take it. I think the end is particularly cool, by the way. I think it's quite. I love a humorous ending. Madeline, you're up next. Okay.
Caroline, we ready?
Very good. If you want to also pop open the score on my iPad, I can go to it.
Yep, I got it right here.
Okay. So I think the hardest part about your piece is all the tempo changes. And it's not so much that it's like difficult as it just takes a little bit of getting used to. So I'm gonna try to do my best in getting to and from the tempos that you mark, but it'll be better even on the second time that we do it. First time through. Okay. Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So quarter note. 3. time right on it. So dotted quarter equals 60. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so one of my favorite parts of your piece is when we go into, it's very, very, very cool. The transition getting into the 6/8 is like kind of on the tougher side. So the idea is that, in fact, can we do that for me for right here? So the measure before for 20 goes 1, 2, 3, and then the pulse stays the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how I had to do it? Okay, very good. Which is great, which is good. We call that a metric modulation, and I think it's incredibly effective in a piece of music. So we always try to relate one tempo to the next sort of tempo marking. So I can be better about trying to get us into that section, but making sure that like the fermatas, when they're listed, it's really annoying to do, but it's worth doing, is that they should be in the same portion of the beat in every single part. And that's where we're getting off in terms of coordination, because I'm holding something when someone else is supposed to be active. So I understand that it makes the notation look like less good, but it ends up being much clearer. There's a couple of them that could be like prepared a little bit better potentially, where like it feels like we get off a little bit. Which one is the one like that I'm thinking of that is like that?
Like 19, we have different.
Yeah. 19 is really tough because 17. So for me, the 16th note that comes before your run really makes that very, very strange to do. So if you're looking at your score, do you see measure 17? You've got fermata on beat 1, and then the fermata on the and of beat 2, which the clarinet is still supposed to be hooking up with. So Mara, maybe even like taking out that 16th note and just doing the 4 might help there to get into 18.
I can try it. That 16th doesn't bother me
Okay, it bothers
personally.
me.
But
Me, I'm not playing anything. So I guess the figuration in 18 is kind of just difficult, right? Maybe we just need to do that again.
let's just try it again. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have any notes aside from the transition being different? Yeah.
I thought that transition was good, and I think that like everything was how I wanted it to be played. For that air at the beginning and end, can you do I probably won't come through on my audio, but like a whistling wind thing.
Okay, so you want some pitch through the instrument?
Yeah, so like I'm gonna come closer so you can see me.
Yeah.
I'm playing the note and I'm like
Can you do it like outside of the instrument? Yeah.
Okay.
sure.
Cool. So that raises a great notational question. How would you do that? So you would definitely have to specify like instrument out of your mouth, and then I would probably put it on a single lined staff instead of the 5-line staff, so that it shows that you don't want a particular pitch potentially. But absolutely, that's no problem. Anything else you would like for us to change?
And then measure 36, where it's like where the face says the 5 notes.
Yes.
Can you have it be like a little bit more like aggressive and into the string?
Yes. Okay. So like really, really aggressive. Do you want us to start losing
Yeah.
pitch? Like getting gritty and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you maybe show us something that might be like that, Genevieve, at like 36?
Yeah.
Do you want it even more aggressive?
Yeah. Can you try it a little bit less? Yeah.
I mean, it could be tremolo. Right?
Well, you did like 6 before the tremolo.
Okay, we liked the one before the tremolo
Okay.
the best.
Sure.
Okay, the tremolo's a pretty cool technique as well. Is there, for the 6/8 section, is there like does the double bass do like flautando sort of stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, it's that really kind of like wispy light bow that's not particularly super pressed against, so it's like wah wah.
It could be soltato. Right on the fingerboard.
Do you like that soltasto sound for the 6/8 section, where it's a little bit more? How would you describe that?
Like sound, right?
Something
It's still
that's
pitched.
Yeah.
It's definitely still pitched, but it's got a little bit more expressivity is the wrong word, but like niceness to it.
Soft.
Yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
kind of subdued sound to it. You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm practicing.
Vocal warm-ups.
Great.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Here we go. Improved from the last reading? Yeah? Cool. I think that there's a lot of very, very cool things here. I especially, like I said, love the 6-8 section, and think that that's the really fun division of like 3 against 2 there really works. So very, very cool. I would maybe suggest the sul ponticello there specifically. I think that might sound really quite nice. Okay, excellent, excellent. We're gonna go on in our order. I think Nora, you are next. Thrice more pieces in about half hour-ish left. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a read. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, multiphonics the last time that I looked at the piece, and I was like, wait, the multiphonics are gone. They're no here. And it's supposed to be loud, right?
I removed. I wanted maybe a bit weak for the clarinet.
Oh.
Also from the. I don't do it completely.
It might be because I have the original sound for musicians on.
Toggling it off just for the chat.
Okay, wait. Can you try giving that one more time?
Yes.
Also, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so I think I should give the clarinet a bit more time to breathe. So that's also why I took out the multiphonic,
Got
because I
it.
feel like it's like a lot to impose on the clarinet.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I actually had the old version, so I played it.
Oh.
I mean, if you, I will leave it up to you. If you like it, you can include it.
Wow.
I mean, did you hear it just now? Like
Yes,
I did it because
I really liked it.
somehow had that. Okay, so it's.
Yeah.
I love multiphonics personally.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Then let's keep it.
Cool. One thing that I really like about your piece is like the cool synchronization that really makes the piece feel like it's got a lot of forward motion. I think that works particularly well. There are a couple spots where like both the clarinet and the double bass are doing 16th notes, and I'm like less, and I think we can all hear it. It's not that it doesn't sound good. It's just that I think if we simplified the double bass part to like do 8th notes while the 16th notes are happening, there's going to be a lot more clarity for that line. Genevieve, do you know where I'm talking about? It's like right after a box notation. You guys have like 16th notes for like 2 beats together.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could just reinforce either the downbeat or like every 2, like the 8th notes or something? Is that okay? Can we?
Another thing you guys could do, like gradually down to like a good that could make these notes.
Things were happening good, and then it would. Hold on. Okay, try that one.
You're breaking up.
Try that once more.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe when you guys reach those measures, it happens twice. Like when you enter C and also when you enter, like it's a bit later in H, those rehearsal markings, but you guys can slow down when you get to those points, maybe. It may be easier, or we can like go to the alternative of just like making them like, or just like cutting them down to simplify. Also, I do have a note, like, about the tremolo, or it's not necessarily a tremolo, but for the double bass at C, I think I can cut that, or it can just be turned into just like 8th notes if possible, just repeated 8th notes. I think that would sound better.
Should be 2 8th
and
notes.
then my last point is for the clarinet in the beginning. I don't know if this was in the original score, but like there are the staccato notes, and then there are notes after it that are not staccato, and they should be more legato than anything.
Like measure 2.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Can we give it another shot?
Yeah.
It would be helpful to write in like tenuto lines maybe on measure 2. Because I just, like, this is on me, but I assumed it was, like, similar because it was attached to that same phrase.
Okay,
But-
that's a good point.
Yeah, that would just make it more obvious.
Okay.
So sometimes in notation, we need to put things and Mara, you make a great point. When something is musically similar, usually someone's gonna play it with the same like articulations because they assume it's supposed to be referencing something, and so usually I write something that makes it obvious that I did what I did on purpose. So I might say like even like different, or put the expressive mark like legato or smooth. If I tend not to use Italian in my own works, and it's not because I don't know Italian. I just spent a bunch of time with a bunch of Italians on the road. But I did. I'm like now like a quarter Italian. But the whole point, I know. And so the whole point is though that like sometimes the notation also has to be idiot proof in that same sort of way of trying to make musicians not make the connections and assume some things. So that's why you put subito a lot. Suddenly soft, so that the musicians don't think that you've forgotten something. You're like, no, it's okay, it's suddenly. Everything's fine, it's suddenly happening. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet and another read. I feel like I should have taken a note though on, did you want anything different tempo wise? Did it feel good in terms of tempi?
Perfect. Just again, like for the parts that it may get too fast, we can like slow it down.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sorry, was there anything that I took that was too fast? Oh, the 16th notes. I thought it was an okay tempo, don't we?
Yeah.
You guys,
That's perfect.
okay, great. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
You back up just a few inches.
Oh, yes, of
Just
course.
your stand, just your stand. Yeah, just
Also, I don't think performance audio is on.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
yep, you need to turn that on.
You got it. Okay. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, now it's on.
Okay, here we go. Measure one more time?
Yeah,
Or like
practice
the last two measures?
That one works better. Sorry, I'm messing with the multiphonic fingering. Came out better the first
I
time.
think we talked about the multiphonic fingering being inconsistent from make and model of clarinet to make and model of clarinet to clarinet player, and that the new directions for the clarinet book is only like
Yeah, it works better on my clarinet with the thumb,
Can
and
we
it's open on the.
can we maybe just do the last page real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do the last page to see if, and you want that like loud, yes, and then you want the double bass to be like wildly cacophonous against it, just like an assembly of notes. Okay. So random plucking, tapping, stringing, and I'll give like a nice fermata and cut it off there. Okay. So 3 and 4 and. That's cool. I imagine that'd be really neat with like some effects on the double bass part as well, like some electronics and stuff. Very, very neat. I especially love like the syncopated bass line and the pizzicato stuff, especially towards the end. I'm like, give me more of that. That was very, very cool and very effective. So again, everyone who's in the Zoom room, like, be interested in borrowing the things that were very successful in other people's pieces. I hope everyone is learning a whole bunch. Sam, you're up next.
Hi, so I know there was some confusion. I was emailing Whitney about religion. I think it's funny. The bar pockets for the double bass, it's kind of open space. Don't even worry about that.
I'll try to make it as rattly as I can.
Yes. We'll make it as rattly as humanly possible. I'm going to turn off the original sound or whatever so they can hear you maybe better. Super excited about your piece because it's got a lot of like extended technique-y stuff that will help. Like obviously MIDI leaves a lot to be desired here. Genevieve, can you talk to me about like the left-hand pizzicato? Do you guys usually see that in double bass stuff?
I mean, it'll happen. I don't think it's gonna sound any different than what you want, and especially sforzando. I mean, it's gonna be less accurate for sure.
Yeah, as we know about the left-hand pizz, it's like it's definitely second to the regular pizzicato.
The harmonics, I'm still not super clear on.
Oh, I'm sorry, the harmonics. Wait, we talked about this. So the harmonics, you really do, you deserve, the players deserve knowing the resultant pitch that you want. So my question is, oh wait, you did put the resultant pitch. Never mind.
So it's the top.
It's the top pitch that we want, which is, it is 2 octaves. Is that 2 octaves below the fundamental pitch? Holy moly, what pitch is that? Help me out.
So it's an octave above the second pitch.
It's an octave above the second pitch. Okay.
So an octave and a fifth above.
Ah ha ha. Okay, so it's an octave and a fifth above the fundamental.
I don't know how to play that, to
Okay.
be honest.
So
Sorry.
touch 4, as you'll notice on the double bass, because the stretch is so big on the upper. Can you play them at pitch?
I mean, maybe I'll just play the pitch as high as I can. Is that okay? Like, so measure 3 is G sharp. Is that
Yes,
right?
the
Okay. It's.
Or you could put them on bass clarinet instead.
Wow. Bass clarinet is trying to steal the notes.
I just like playing multiphonics, as I have stated previously.
That's
Yeah, if you want to turn,
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
oh, you're good. If you want to turn this into multiphonic chair, we can just.
Don't give Mara the ability to make any multiphonics concerto. So
I'll try.
I'm here.
talk to me about the kind of color that you're imagining for measure 3.
Measure 3, so very like swelly. Makes sense.
Very what? One more time.
Very swelly.
Very swelly. Okay, so you want a big color shift where we're experiencing like let's mess around with it and see where we go before we just talk about music in the abstract. So we're gonna give it a run and then you give us comments, okay? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go.
It's cold.
1, 2.
When did it cut?
Like, I think, so I want it,
No, I mean, that was great, but ideally that you don't, because we have a recording that's ongoing, right? But I don't know what happened. Noise suppression is,
Can't handle the bass clarinet.
maybe
That's what
it
happened.
can't.
Because I checked.
Where did you lose it?
it was right at the,
At the start? No. Okay. Well, can you guys do a sound check real quick for where you guys are doing something together? I know.
How about? Sure.
Do we think that it maybe adjusts?
Can you all hear things? We're gonna try it. Great, amazing. The mysteries of Zoom. I literally had to do anything as you saw me connecting over there. Can we do it one more time? The one thing that I'm gonna ask you, I know that you didn't get to hear it completely, is about the pizzicatos and whether you want them to ring throughout the measure or if you want them dampened.
yes, let them ring.
Let them ring. Okay, cool. So again, in the ongoing pursuit of clear notation, putting a slur marking with an LV or laissez vibrer or let ring indication is always good, because if you notate like the duration being a quarter note, they're gonna dampen it for sure. Let's try it again, and if it goes out again, I want to get one more read of it for sure, but let me know afterwards if something. You can drop it in the chat, and Sarah will, she's right here, she'll look.
Can we try just our loudest to see if it auto shuts it off on purpose? Because it was on when we started. I wonder if it's
Sure.
a dynamic thing.
Let's do like the 60, like measure 60, where you guys are all quick and loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Yep. Let's do it one more time.
I'm sorry, this is totally my bad. Measure 7 and 9, the trill for bass clarinet. Can you have that be E and F sharp with the pitch? That's what F sharp did.
Oh, you want a whole step?
Full step show.
Yes, that's totally right.
So my F sharp to G sharp.
F sharp to
Yes.
G sharp. Yeah.
Thank you.
That is a much more awkward trill, just so you know. It's gonna sound like.
Very key clicky.
But as
I do
opposed
like
to,
it.
because I have to like, I don't know if you can see from there, but what you are requesting requires a pinky.
Okay.
I don't mind doing it, but it's just gonna sound a little chunkier. You like it, or you want the original?
I kind of like the touch.
You like the chunky one? Okay, chunky it is.
I think it goes with the like the key click stuff that you have in the piece, because otherwise I'd be like, I don't know, reconsider some notes, but I think it works. So let's give it a read, and then we got one more to do. We're
Okay.
getting close on time. Here we go. The double bass continuing to ring is like a big thing. Like it was significantly cooler with like the double bass ring there. So I would suggest definitely putting that in. Very cool color changes as well. I thought the end was very, very neat.
What was the name?
The anytime that the double bass, especially like the low E, like just letting it go, like it like rings really effectively through the whole measure. It sounds so cool. So I would suggest editing that like into the final version of the piece. Aubrey, you are our last contender for the evening, which is wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and try to give it a read. We're gonna just run over just like a little bit. Please, everyone, stay if you don't mind, so I can give you a couple closing remarks. But we're gonna do 2 reads of Aubrey's piece. Okay.
Sorry to ask, can you just hit me with a couple notes so I can make sure sound is still good?
Yeah.
Yes? Good? Great.
Okay.
Hold on, I just need a quick moment. Sorry, everyone. Condensation. So, Mara, I let you do the whole beginning up until 11 by yourself. Great. And I will start the 2-4 at quarter equals 80 and not half equals 40, out of niceness for everyone, I think. Great.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes like, one, dee da, dee da, and then eventually when we're comfortable there, I will go into probably 1 so that the transition into 3-4 makes sense in 1, right?
Okay.
So I might speak through this one just to assist with everything.
My part is very difficult between 15 and 23, just to warn everyone.
15 and 23, yeah, you got it. So maybe I won't go into 1. We will see. I might do it in a fast 3 for right now. We will see. We love live music. All right, here we go. Ready? So you get to kick us off.
Okay. Yes.
That was an interesting way of me just conducting the last two measures of just cueing everything. Okay, so I love it when the tempo picks up. It's like such a jam, especially like when the 2/4 comes back. Can we try it rather than doing the dee da da dee da da dee da da? Like in terms of jumping the octaves, could we maybe try that like that high G down the octave so it's closer together?
And then up to the B.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that would be the
Ooh,
other.
I like that lower one way better, right? Okay. Also, like, I'm not gonna rewrite your piece, but like, I would love to just hear that for like a whole measure or two before the clarinet gets to come in. Like, I think it'd be
I like your singing.
I don't know why you guys didn't hire me to sing the clarinet part for you, but do you think we could like, can we, so one of the reasons why I'm going to argue for that is it like, we help set up the groove so that the clarinetist feels super good sitting on top of that as like a jam. That's the technical term, a jam that's happening there at 1415. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like that. I was going to apologize for the high stuff in the clarinet because I play flute, so that's just every day for me.
It's very high for us.
It is, it's very klezmery sounding, and it would be great on the E flat clarinet.
Or with like a lot of time to practice it.
Also a lot of time to practice it would also be quite
Nice.
fine. Could we try that again, and do you mind if we set up the groove at the 2/4 a little bit more? And then was the 3/4 horribly, like, way too slow? Yes.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
I was kind of laughing to myself because in the 2/4 I was initially going to have it at half note equals 80. So I was like, I should have just kept it.
It's okay. Yeah, I think that like, and this goes for everyone, whenever you have a tempo marking, the tempo marking indicates to me what I should be counting in. So I think Madeline, you had also like a dotted quarter equals 40 in your part. I have no idea what relevance dotted quarter notes have in 4/4. So it makes my brain hurt a little bit to do math like that. But it indicates to me what I should be counting. In any case, we want to do the 3/4 faster, right? Okay, so we could, like, setting us up for success for the 3/4 would be so awesome here. What makes it really hard is that you do a writ, the 2 measures before the 3/4. So like, figuring out if we could like take like a small fermata, like I like need to think of an elegant solution. I'm gonna stand over at the podium real quick, but if you don't mind a small pause there in terms of a held note, it could help us reset for the 3/4 quite a bit.
or you want to do a like breath into it?
I want to like hold the last note, and then like what I would love to do is 3, 4, and 1. So we do like hold 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll see how that works. Let me try it. Thank you everyone for hanging out just for a little bit longer. Okay.
And are we changing the 2-4 in the beginning? Are we adding measures?
So let's just add one measure if we can. Is that all right? So I'll give you a good cue when you're supposed to come in. So we do the.
That's like my measure of 14, right? I
Yeah.
wait one more measure before
You just
that.
get one more accompaniment measure, I think. So like 1, 2, triple it, dee da ga dee da ga dee da ga da ga da dee da 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 ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga ba. Pew pew. All right, yeah. Okay, we're gonna do it.
Are we going from the beginning?
I think we should go from.
Or are we practicing that thing?
No, let's take it from the beginning. We're already after 9 o'clock for right now. Okay, we're gonna give it one more read. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Here we go. Measure 11 one more time.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do small 3 before going into 1 at 24. Here we go. So measure 11, 3, 4. Very quickly, Genevieve, can you just keep the like that 2-4 pattern at the 2-4, and then let Mara do her line on top of it? So you're just gonna go dee da ga dee da ga dee, and then I just want to show you what it sounds like in 1 minute, what it's like to keep the groove continuing on, which I think would be kind of cool at the 2-4 spot. Very short, less than 20 seconds. Here we go. Ready? So 1 and 2 and So I just wanted to illustrate what it sounds like to just have like the kind of the groove uninterrupted. I think it kind of like could use a little bit more of that because it's really exciting when it is actually like all set up and stuff. So I have a couple of brief questions after. Yes, very good. So I know that we're after time. It is 9:10. I'm going to let, first off, can we give a round of applause really quick to our duo for doing the magical thing that is realizing your pieces? Yay! Mara on the clarinet and Genevieve on the double bass. Yay! Thank you for dealing with my technological difficulties. I'm sorry it wasn't exactly as I had planned, but thank you for sticking with me. I'd like to not be too sentimental because I don't have much time, but it's been really wonderful getting to know you all over the course of this class, seeing you all kind of develop ideas, and I know that, you know, you're just starting your musical journey, and there's so many things to be learned, and part of the reason I think that I'm still a composer is because, like, I don't have the answers to all of the questions yet. And the idea behind any of these reading sessions is not to be perfect. I think that's not the whole point, because I think that once you kind of like get that sort of perfection, then you lose interest in something. And the idea is that, you know, you're going to continue developing these really very cool skills and learning like how to manipulate them for new and different pieces down the line. So it's very exciting to see you all doing that and experimenting and getting to know who you are through your own music. So thank you for giving me that kind of insight as to who you are and what you do. I hope I get to see you all next semester as well. We do something different, yet very related. And the duos for next time are percussion and flute, if you're curious.
Spicy.
Very spicy. So thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday break. Sam, did you have questions for me directly or for the entire group via, either one is fine, but if you do you want to, yes, for me specifically or for everyone?
Everyone is fine.
Everyone, okay, ask.
I would just want, I didn't want to interrupt, let me find it. So touch fives, I liked whatever ended up happening, but what did y'all end up doing?
Oh yeah, wait, what did you do for the harmonics in Sam's piece in Grasp?
For the harmonics in general?
In the touch fives, what did you do there? Did you just play them at pitch sol tasto?
Touch five, sorry.
The harmonics, the ones with the resultant pitches?
The artificial harmonics?
Yeah.
I tried to play artificial harmonics on the second note. String harmonics are hard because everybody writes them a little differently, so it's okay to give instructions with it. You know, if there was on the instruction page, like, play the second note as the harmonic, I just don't know what C sharp means and related to the G sharp, you know?
So unlike some of the other string counterparts, it's a little bit weirder on the double bass, I think, actually, is because, like, especially because usually you're asking for harmonics on the tippy top string as well, that, like, so usually the idea is that, like, the diamond note head is supposed to give you the instruction on where to depress, right? And then that's supposed to give you the resultant pitch. So I've had a lot of performers, like, tell me that they would prefer to do them in a different way. Do I mind? And the answer is always like, no, like, you can do the harmonics the way you want to. I'm not gonna try to, but they do have different sounds. Like, a natural harmonic has a different sound than an artificial harmonic. And sometimes if you wanna blend the two, there's gonna be like problems and stuff like that. So I think, like, cause you did have really fantastic performance notes. That also goes, like, for everyone else, like, everyone could use some performance notes. Like, so what goes in the performance notes? Like, ornamentations, do they show on the beat, ahead of the beat? Like sol tasto, like, what do you really mean by sol tasto and sol ponticello? Because you can be very extreme in them, for example. Notation is going to be like a journey. It's a destination eventually, but, like, it's a journey to try to kind of figure out what you want to write. So, Sam, I don't think that there's anything, like, wrong in your piece. I think that, but giving them the flexibility to say like, hey, if you find a different way to make this happen, the quality of the sound that you're going for. Is it hazy? Is it really clear? Is it, but I think what Genevieve said, she tried to do what you had written there with trying to achieve your results with pitch. So, perfect.
Yeah, one more question.
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Or the horn in F. The horn in F. Oh my gosh, the transposition level of the fourth or the fifth. So Nora, you're wondering what multiphonic for the clarinet was using in your, so Mara will send me the clarinet multiphonic that she was using for.
I just added my thumb.
Oh, it's just add thumb.
My
Okay.
left thumb.
Thank you.
Yes. Otherwise, I did what you wrote.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Are you all happy? Okay. I know that we're not computers and that we're not perfect, but what we make up for in perfection, we add in tone, color, and expression, which is wonderful. In any case, I thank you. I'm sitting here on the ground right now, having the Zoom chat of my life with you. Thank you all for coming. I will give you all your recordings on the video, which will hopefully please you beyond repair for the holiday season and stuff. But thank you very much.
Great job, everyone.
Nice work. Yay. Thank you, composers. I see you next semester. Bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye. Thank you, Erin. Sorry, that could have run slightly smoother, but
Oh, hi, Erin. I didn't know you were in there. Hi.
Yeah.
What's up?
Nice to see you.
so sorry I ran over. I just wanted for technical difficulties to make sure everyone got their time, but I think that was pretty successful aside from sitting on the floor.